We're doing this Tim Old Man Gig here, and we're going to be talking about some updates on some things in regards to some things that happened in the last month and some recent news regarding the gig economy. Regards to worker safety. The first one was, I'm sure as many of you remember, we did a video and an update on the guy that got shot in Modesto, California. The police are now have found a video of what they believe could be a person of interest, whether that be for information or whatever it may be, and they're looking to get that out. And I'll be leaving a link down below to that news article as well as the video of the car. So if you want to share it on your own social media platform, such as Facebook or whatever, to get the word out for people to get out there and take a look. But they want to know the identity of the owner of that vehicle, so they can question them as a person of interest or person of information. The next one is just very recently, a person here in Concord, North Carolina, which is out by the Charlotte area. I'm not in the Charlotte market. I'm about an hour and a half away. I'm in North Carolina. Was carjacked while she was off doing a delivery. She was taking the delivery to the door. When she was returning back to the door, someone was trying to drive off and take her door or car, and she tried to prevent that, and she was taken, tossed, and thrown into the street and injured. All the details I do not know everything about, but there's certain things we can do to ensure things like that don't happen, such as making sure we turn our vehicles off as we're making our deliveries. Sometimes it's a matter, some people, you may feel it's a matter of convenience to, I'm just going to run 10 feet, drop off the food, take a picture, and run back to my car. I'll be gone a minute max, nothing's going to happen. Well, in that minute, evidently, somebody could take your car. So, you need to not only protect yourself, but protect your property by, if you need to lock it or whatever. I have keyless entry on my vehicle. So sometimes I lock it, sometimes I don't, depending on where I'm at. Especially, I don't do deliveries at night, and this was when the car was jacked. This happened to be at the nighttime. So, you always got to be mindful of things around you. Be mindful of what others around you are. If you're going to do something like that, don't leave your car running if it's a crowd of people around. The temptation is there. You're going to leave the temptation out for someone to take your vehicle. So, there's a lot of things. And also, just as a reminder, I'll have a link down below, and at the end of this video, I'll have it up here showing up over here a video going back to whether or not as gig economy workers or gig independent contractors to carry guns or weapons or what other self-defense items we could have in our vehicle with us to protect, or on our persons to protect ourselves. Because we're out in some areas, in some people's markets, it's pretty bad. I know in a lot of the bigger cities, inner cities, crime is rampant. You see it in the news all the time, especially just whether it be theft or whatever, or assaults and things like that. It's all on the rise. So you need to be a little more mindful of everything around you and your surroundings. And I go in a little bit more detail in that video there. So please take a look at that. But not everything is bad news. Just recently, it looks like somebody who was doing a Doordash delivery and delivering a pizza to a customer, they found that customer laying in the front yard with their head bleeding and unconscious, and they rendered aid and called 911 or the EMTs to respond to it. So, so not everything is bad. Everything's good. Now, as far as financials, it seems like Doordash, Uber Eats, Lyft, Grubhub, and mainly those are the main apps. And their first quarter reportings, each with the combined of the three, at least the major three, Uber, DoorDash, and Lyft, they lost over almost 9 million in cap growth. Billion in cap growth, 9 billion in cap growth. What does that mean? Even though DoorDash reported a $35 million in growth potential or renewed customer usage and new sales from new customers, it didn't really help their bottom line. So what does that all mean for us? That means we got to be a little bit more mindful and not being reliant on one app. I can see here in the near future, this may be 2 or 3 years down the road, or maybe even 6 months, where some of these things are going to, some of these apps are going to, companies are going to be getting absorbed one into another, or one, and things like that. That is a very strong potential happening. Uber has made the decision to cut back on in its corporate level, to cut back on hiring and things like that, as well as looking to cutting back and reorganizing their corporate structure, which could be a good thing, cutting out redundancies and things like that, and maybe improving that area, and hopefully trying to increase their market share. It's all about their market share and getting people in, and sometimes that costs money, but if you're not making your return on that investment of creating or trying to market, is it worth it? Lyft is going in a little bit different direction. They're going to concentrate more on trying to increase their market share, and we'll see how that goes. I don't do Lyft, I don't do ride shares, I don't do riding apps, so I could care less about that personally. But if those of you who do it, if you want to put your comments down below, or any comments you like, please do so. And as before, please like, subscribe, and comment. That I just want to do a little news and updates and things like that, and so keep you guys informed. Make sure you guys are staying safe. I have, like I said, I have things on maintaining your safety and your rights, even as an independent contractor. Your rights to defend yourself, and as well as to keep yourself safe, as long as you're doing it within the legal realm, within the law. And so make sure you're always doing that, and be mindful of your surroundings. With that, this is going to be Tim, on that gig. We're going to go peace, and please like and subscribe, and watch some of my other videos I have up there with some very good tips. Y'all take care. Be safe.